angle between two lines. Now, whenever we have two intersecting lines, you will end up with two angles. One would be an acute angle and the other would be an obtuse angle. Yes. So let's say this is L1, L2. Okay, and if we use a coordinate system, then you will have an angle being formed by these two lines with respect to the x-axis. So let us say this is theta 1, this is theta 2, and let's say this is theta. So L1 and L2 intersect each other. Theta 1 and theta 2 are the angles formed by L1 and L2 with respect to the positive direction of x-axis. Now theta is equal to is the acute angle formed between the lines. Alpha is the obtuse angle formed between the lines. Okay, so let's say L1 is y1 is equal to mx plus c, and L2 is y2 is equal to, this is m1x and m2x plus c. So this is c1, c2. Now m1 would be equal to tan theta 1. Yes, slope of the L1 will be tan theta 1, and M2 is tan theta 2. Now if you look at this, theta 1 is the external angle to this triangle. Yes, so which means theta 1 is the sum of internal opposite angles. So that means theta 1 is equal to theta plus theta 2. External angles. External angle is equal to the sum of internal opposite angles. We want theta. So theta is equal to theta 1 minus theta. Let's take the tan of it. So tan theta is equal to tan theta 1 minus theta 2. We know that tan theta 1 minus theta 2 is tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2 divided by 1 plus tan theta 1 tan theta 2, which means we can say m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. So this is tan theta. Theta 1 is let's say acute, which implies tan theta is positive. Acute means less than 90 degree. So sine and cos are both positive. Now let's say theta 2 is, so this is this angle theta 1. Now let us say this is theta 2. So theta 2 is let's say obtuse, which implies tan theta is negative. Why? Because cos is negative. Yeah, sine is positive. So tan will be negative. So therefore, because we are interested in the angle and not really interested in direction of the angle, we take the absolute value. So therefore tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2, or so, which means the angle theta is tan inverse of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. As I mentioned previously, if you have two intersecting lines, then two types of angles are formed. One is acute angle, the other is obtuse angle. So if this is theta and this is alpha, alpha would be equal to pi minus theta, right? So if you are asked find the obtuse angle, or if you are asked find the acute angle, or if you are asked find the angles formed by the intersecting lines, then you have to give both the angles. Now a few points to figure out the condition for parallel and perpendicularity. So tan theta, that is slope, if it is 0, it means it is parallel. So which implies m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2 equal to 0. Now if we take the denominator to the other side, we get m1 m2 equal to 0, which means the slopes are equal of both the lines, which basically means that the lines are parallel. Similarly, tan theta equal to pi by 2 means that it is the lines are perpendicular to each other. That means angle between them is 90 degrees. Let's look at this from another angle. Let's say you have two lines. L1 is A1x plus B1y plus C1 equal to 0. L2 is A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal to 0. So the slope of the first line would be equal to minus A by B, remember? So A1 by B1, and slope of the second line would be minus A2 by B2. So the angle between these two lines would be equal to the magnitude of M1, that is A1 by B1, minus A2 by B2, that is the slope of the second line, divided by 1 plus m1 m2. So a1 by b1 minus a2 by b2 minus a1 b1 by b1 plus a2 by b2 divided by 1 plus minus into minus plus. So a1 a2 by b1 b2. Now let's take the LCM and simplify this. b1 b2 a1 b2 plus a2 b1 1 plus, now again let's take the LCM, b1 b2 plus a1 a2 by b1 b2. So this and this gets cancelled and we are left with, now let's take minus out so that we can start with a positive number, a1 b2 plus a2 b1 by a1 a2 plus b1 b2. So a1 b2 plus a2 b1 divided by a1 a2 plus b1 b2. This is the slope. So which means the angle between these two lines would be tan inverse of a1 b2 plus a2 b1 by a1 a2 plus b1 b2. Just using the coefficients we can find this angle. Okay, so that is angle between two lines. Bye for now.